Notice in this exercise that I can't see all of the information on the initial screen. I need a way to actually go up and down and see the rest of the information. The easiest way to do this is to use the scroll bar that's on the right hand side of your screen. All you have to do is click on it, and then you'll be able to scroll up or down to see the data that you couldn't see initially. Some of you may have a wheel on your mouse, and if you do, use that wheel and just scroll it up or down that way. If you want to scroll left or right, you have a scroll bar at the bottom here, and that's going to let you go left or right and see data you couldn't see in the opposite direction there. The next way you're going to be able to move around is to use some of the keys on your keyboard that will take you to the top or bottom of your data. I want you to look for the Home key and the End key. Look over on your numeric keypad. If you look at the number 7, you'll see Home underneath. And if you look at the number 1, you'll see End underneath. If you're going to use those, you want to turn off the number lock so they become the Home and End buttons. Other than that, they mean the number 1 and the number 7. If you notice, I'm actually at the top of my screen already. I'm in A1, so I'd like to go to the bottom of this little table of data. If I hold down Control on my keyboard and hit the End key, notice I'll go to the bottom of that table of data there. Control End always takes you to the end, and Control Home always takes you to the top. If you use the Home and End key without the Control key, Home isn't going to take you anywhere because it means the beginning of the line you're clicked on. End will take you to the end of the line you're clicked on. So just know that you have those keys available if you want to actually use those. Another way to navigate is to actually type in the name box right here, the name of the cell that you'd like to go to. Now obviously you'd have to know that, but let's say I type in here column IV and I want to go to row 65,536. And I'm going to hit the Enter key, and now look where it's taken me, all the way down here. I'd like now to go back to the very top, so all I have to do here is type in A1 and hit the Enter key, and now I'm back to the very top. Anywhere you happen to be down in your workbook, if you want to go to the top again, you just hit A1 and hit the Enter key, and then you'll be back at the top there. Some other things you can do to search throughout your workbook is under your Home tab right here. If you go all the way to the end, you're going to see an option that says Find and Select. This is going to allow you to find certain words or maybe some numbers that might be in your workbook that you just can't seem to find if you scroll. Let's say I'm looking for the number 60. I'm going to choose Find from this drop down. I'm going to make sure I have the number 60 in here, and I'm going to choose Find Next. You'll notice it found the number 60 for me right there. If that's not the instance I'm looking for, I'm just going to hit Find Next again, and it will go find the next one. It's always based on where your mouse is clicked. If it can't find an exact match for you, it will let you know and give you a little message saying that it can't find anything. Now I want you to notice there's also some options here. If you want to look specifically within the whole workbook, for example, instead of just the sheet you're on, you could change that. It could be that you want to search by rows or columns, or you can have it look in formulas, values, or comments. Values is basically the number that results from the formula, and we haven't talked about comments yet, but you have the ability to actually make a comment that shows up on each particular cell here. The other thing is, if you're searching for 60 and it doesn't find it, but yet you happen to see it with your own eyes, try checking this box, Match Entire Cell Contents, and see if that helps you find it a little bit easier. You also have a Replace tab here. That would let you type in specific text or some numbers if you wanted, and then replace it with something else that you specify here, and you would just hit Find Next, and then find the particular instance you want, or you can say replace all of them or just replace them one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and hit close here and go back up to the top. That's pretty much how you're going to work with your larger files.